My milk bottle museum. Oh, milk bottles?
Yeah.
It's just a shed full of glass. No. I couldn't resist it. My milk bottle museum, loosely called a shed, I like to think of it as a workshop which contains my collection of 17,500 British milk bottles and probably 2,000 or 3,000 from overseas, Australia and Russia and Argentina. You name it, they had a milk bottle there. Even Trappist monks from Hong Kong had their own milk in bottles. Children worked out there was just about 14.25 tonne of glass. As far as I'm aware, I have the largest collection of British milk bottles in the British Isles. Somebody rings me up or I get a tip on there's a dairy closing down or somebody's found a barn with some milk bottles, I'm away. Early hours of the morning, up and away. It ties up well with holidays, trips abroad. We go to places where you wouldn't imagine people would go. We pick odd areas. We meet people that nobody would go and see. Give you many examples. Cyril Bates in Southport. Hey lad, he said, I'll be waiting for you. And he went out and he came back with 3 crates full of bottles. Every time he'd had a bottle or a batch of bottles made, he'd saved 1 bottle of the design, 1/3 of a pint, 1/2 a pint, 1/4 pint, whatever, quart. Because he knew someday somebody might want an example. And it was me. Oh, blimey, listen to me. When I get a milk bottle for the first time, you look at it and you think, first of all, I like its glass, I like the design on there. I wonder about the milkman who picked that design out of an art book, all the times he had that bottle in his hands and what he did with it. And every bottle, even when I end up with it and it's finished its life as far as he's concerned, it's something that's never going to be reproduced, it's never going to happen again. It's almost like a one-off and it's there. A wonder to behold. The milk bottles are a dying breed, there's no two ways about it. They're on their way out with dairies. There's very few dairies now that actually produce milk bottles at all. Yes, they are on the way out. I mean, it's quite sad because I have some compatriots who collected them and they popped their clogs and I've inherited their collections. And I have been trying over the years to get a national milk bottle museum organised, but unfortunately interest isn't keen and I don't want my milk bottles being put underground for 100 years. That's not going to happen. My mission is to get every milk bottle that I haven't got. I will never complete it. And in all honesty, I never want to, because while I'm still looking, they're still out there and I'm still meeting people and having a great time. I mean, technically, 17,500 milk bottles are not worth anything. They're just glass, the most common thing on the planet. But to me, they're worth millions because they're my pride and joy. So you can call me dull if you like, but I don't think so.